Hi, Jules. I am baking a cake. When are you coming home?
On my way. It sucks growing up.
Why would you say that? What happened at school? Oh, I remember now. You had your mouth exam today. Did it not go well?
I am the black sheep in the family. You were so good in academics and sports. Maeve is brilliant in studies as well. It's only me who brings shame into the family.
Shut up. Today is your birthday. Please don't say such things. Tell me what happened.
I had my math exam, right?
Yes.
I promised Father I would score good marks this time.
You passed, right? That's all that matters.
I didn't. I failed like always. I don't want to return home. I can't see Father in pain. He is constantly worried about me. Father is getting older. I should be making him happy and contributing to the family. But I am so useless. I don't want to come home.
Don't say it that way. Please. It hurts to see you this way on your birthday.
I hate celebrating my birthday, Mike. You know that more than anybody else in the family.
Right. But come back home. Mother has been really excited since the morning. We have decorated the house for you. You have stepped into your 18th year. Father will be so sad if he gets to know this. Come back. We are waiting. Father will be home today after so long. I'll treat you to your favorite ice cream. Come back.
You promise?
I do.
I'm on my way. I love you. Thank you for always being there by my side.
Don't be so emotional. I'll cry.
Cry, baby. My brother has always been so kind to me. He has always been there to cheer me up. I don't deserve him, truly. It is my birthday today, and deep down, I really want to spend some quality time with my family. My father is flying home tonight. He was out to Paris for business work. I missed him a lot. After my brother, I am mostly drawn to my father in the family. He has always been so supportive of me. I remember a time in the 4th grade I couldn't win a race in the annual sports. He cheered for me even through my loss. Amidst the crowd, he was standing there with the biggest smile on his face, and I cried, seeing him there for me, even when I disappointed him. He is coming back finally, after months, and I'm so nervous. We have not been in much contact since he is very busy with his work. I really hope this year's birthday will be the best. Happy birthday, Julia. Thank you so much, Giselle. How have you been? I am good. What about you? How's London to you? It's not that good. I mean, ever since I moved to London for high school, I have been tremendously missing our old friends group. By the way, I scored the highest in math from my class. I am so happy about it. Ironically, I had my math test as well, and I failed. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Did you tell your mother about it? I mean, the way she reacts even to the slightest inconvenience. No, only Mike knows about it, and now you. Actually, Kristen called my mother this afternoon, and my mother told your mother that I scored the highest. Oh. Don't worry, it'll be fine. She won't scold. After all, it's your birthday. Yes, LOL. Enjoy your birthday. I need to go. I have extra classes this evening. Gotta go. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Talking to her literally worsened my mood. Giselle is my childhood friend, and she is a friend to me just for the sake of it. I don't resonate with her, honestly. I feel so much negative energy from her. It's like she always wants to look down on me and make herself look superior. I am so thankful we are not in the same class anymore. But she didn't really leave me. She knows my mother is so insecure about my capabilities, and she deliberately provokes her. It's my birthday today, and she had to let my mother know about her excellence. I'm so pissed. When are you coming, Dad? I miss you. You didn't wish me a happy birthday, and I'm sad about it. I'll see you soon. Bye. I didn't receive any reply from my father. My eyes were fixed onto the clock and the hour and minute hands. My excitement was slowly turning into desolation when time passed by and no doorbell rang. My mother came into the hallway where I was sitting and waiting patiently for my father. She looked upset. I asked her what was the matter. The moment I asked her this, she sprang up on me, almost wanting to hit me. I couldn't process this for a moment. What just happened? And why? What did I do? Today is supposed to be my happy day. She suddenly blurted out, "You are such a failure! Aren't you ashamed to stay alive?" She added. I was standing there clueless. "I called your professor. He told me you failed the math test." She kept saying words that pierced through my heart. "But Mother, I worked hard a lot for the test. I am sorry that I failed the test," I said. "You didn't fail the test. You failed me. And I am ashamed to call you my daughter. Look at Giselle. She scored the highest from her class. Why can't you be the same?" I pleaded with my mother to spare me for the day, that I would work harder next time and make her proud. She wasn't done with me. The cake my brother baked for my birthday was thrown to the ground. My mother took it and threw it away in anger. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air. I was broken apart to see that the thing which my brother crafted with all love and care for me was tarnished in a few seconds from my incompetence. "I should have never been born to you, Mother," I whispered underneath my breath in despair. I couldn't stop crying. I saw my brother standing around the corner of the hallway. He didn't speak a word, just glared. Maybe he was too numb to speak at that moment. The scene was dramatic enough when the doorbell rang. I forgot for an instant that my father was returning home. It was already 11 p.m. then. I wasn't startled at all to see my sister with Father. She always lurks around him to get things from him. After all, she's the ideal child. I am ashamed to face my father, now and forever. I have never been able to make my family happy. I always felt I lagged behind, but only realized it today. My father was concerned about the cake that was lying on the floor. He then looked up at me. My face had already dried up with tears I shed. He asked my mother what had been the condition of the house. I was waiting for my father to come to me and give me a hug. I craved his attention. My mother took him away from my sight and mumbled something inaudible, and I couldn't read her lips. My brother stooped down to pick up the cake that lay scattered on the floor. I couldn't dare to look him in the eye, but I felt miserable and wanted to help him, so I did. Together, my brother and I cleaned the floor and dumped the cake he baked into the trash bin. I was so stupid to daydream about celebrating my birthday with family. Happiness is not meant for me. Maeve gave me a scornful look and remarked, "Oh, you failed. This was much expected of you, dumbass." I wasn't surprised at all to hear those comments from her. She was always talked down to me. My mother was done casting a spell on Father. Unsurprisingly, he had a look of disappointment as well. Nevertheless, I faintly smiled at him. I was happy to see him after so many months. He came back home. I sob while I write this all down in my diary and relive the scenes again through memories and words. "I am so sorry, Mike. It is for me that Mother threw away your cake, had I not failed. I'm truly sorry for failing you as well."
"It wasn't your fault. Stop apologizing for things you didn't do. Today was your birthday, and look what Mother did. You don't deserve this. I was so mad at Mom I wanted to hit her."
"Don't speak ill of our mother, Mike."
"Stop taking her side. Like, even after going through such shit, you'd still take her side? Father didn't even wish you on your birthday. Maeve treated you like shit as well, and you justify their behavior?"
"Father must have forgotten. He is so busy with work all the time."
"Forgetting your child's birthday sounds atrocious to me."
"And Maeve has always been that way. I don't mind. Mother is truly concerned about my future. She wants me to improve."
"Really, Julia? For how long will you take their sides and justify their behavior? Wake up, sister, I beg. They won't let you be happy, ever. Don't you understand this?" Please move out from here. I can't see you suffer this way.
I have you. I don't need anybody else. And where else would I go? This is my home.
Home is not a home where your own parents do not acknowledge your presence. You deserve the best, Julia. You have the qualities that nobody else has. Excelling in one's academic performance doesn't make them attractive. Their personality and mindset does, which is rare these days. You are a gem, sister. You have so much in you. You are such a good writer. I sneaked into your room yesterday and went through the first page of your journal. Forgive me for the invasion, but you are so talented. Don't let anybody ever dull your shine.
I receive a text from my English professor.
Are you awake, Julia?
Professor, is everything all right? It's 12 a.m. now. Did I do anything?
Nothing happened. Calm down, Julia. I dropped by to let you know that you scored the highest in English from your class. Cheer up! And happy birthday, although it's very late now.
Oh my God! I'm in disbelief and taken aback. Thank you, Professor.
Don't thank me. It's your own capabilities that showed up on the paper. I am proud of you. Good night, Julia. I'll see you on Monday at school.
Thank you, Professor. Good night. I am elated. I text Mike. Oh my God, Mike!
What happened?
I scored the highest in English. My professor just texted me.
That's a big thing. See, I always told you. You have so much in you, sister. We should celebrate.
What? But it's so late now.
Just come out of your room, now.
I heard a knock at my room's door, and on opening, I saw Mike standing. He brought my favorite ice cream. He said that he saved the ice cream for me to eat at the end of family dinner. Funny thing, I didn't have the opportunity to have dinner with my family. At the time of dinner, I locked myself in the room and had dinner with my own company, while the rest of them sat at the family dining table. Mike texted me to come down and have dinner with them earlier, but I wanted some time off alone. Mike wanted to celebrate my win and birthday. He had a candle along with him. He lit it up and persuaded me to make a wish. I don't know if I'm a fool, but like every time, I wish that I could hold my family together, and that for once they would be proud of me and I would make them happy. I blew the candle and saw the warmest smile I ever witnessed. My brother has always supported me. He is the only person who made my birthday happy for me. Thank you for always being there for me. You are the only person I truly feel comfortable around. I gave him a big hug.
Thank you for holding strong. Please believe in yourself.
He patted on my back as he uttered these words in a submissive tone. He sounded so low, as if he was on the verge of a mental breakdown. He might be really happy for me, but I think of my father. What went wrong that he became completely indifferent to me? He didn't even remember that it was my birthday. I think of all these things when I feel that my brother's body is completely rested on me, as if he fell asleep. I thought he was joking around, but when I called out his name 4 to 5 times, he did not respond back. I pushed him from my body, and his eyes were shut. I am panicking. What happened to him? Mike, open your eyes. What happened, Mike? His eyes kept shut. He was barely breathing. I called out to my parents. After knocking at their door several times, they finally came out of their room. I told them that Mike was lying unconscious in my room. My father rushed into my room to check on my brother while my mother slapped me. She blamed me for my brother's condition. She blatantly remarked that I might have given him something that made him fall sick, only because I was envious of him. I didn't say a word. I was worried about my brother and realized this was not the time to think about myself. I moved into my room and called an ambulance. We took my brother to the hospital. I was sitting outside in the passenger seat, praying for my brother's well-being. Maeve comes to me and says, "What did you give Mike that made him fall unconscious?" I didn't told myself anymore. I told her that he came to my room to celebrate my birthday and the fact that I scored well in English. She seemed to be in disbelief and kept blaming me for my brother's condition. My mother catcalled me a witch in front of so many other people. I felt so humiliated. I didn't want Mike to fall sick. I waited patiently for the doctor's conduct.
He ran results on Mike. All of us are waiting for the results. After an hour or two, the doctor came back. We were all anxious to hear what he had to say. I have to unfortunately say that your son has a brain tumor, the doctor said. Everything became blank for a moment. I couldn't process the information. My brother has a brain tumor? We were just having a good time a few hours ago. How could this happen to such a lively soul? Doctor, how many days is he left with? Father asks with fear in his voice. I dread to say this, but he is going through the last stage and there's barely any treatment to make his condition better. As his symptoms state, it is clear to us that he doesn't have the will to live. Mike is giving up on life? What went wrong? Have I been so incapable of understanding the pain that he masked behind joy? Were my family members so consumed with vanity that they failed to comprehend the battle my brother was fighting through alone? Everything happened so fast, so abrupt. In a moment of time, everything is finished, trampled down by the unfairness of life. Why would they take Mike from me? He is my only home. Who else would I call home when he won't be there anymore? Would I ever have a home to call again? Did all my prayers go unanswered? My prayers to hold my family together? He always wished the best for me. Was I too selfish to only think of myself all along? He is admitted to the ICU. I went to see him. He laid there unconscious, or maybe he was resting. His body has been too tired. All along he pretended to be fine. I mumbled under my breath. Why did you do this to me? Why would you leave me alone? My voice broke when I spoke. I waited for him to respond, but he didn't. I was about to leave the room, sobbing, when he grabbed my finger. Please, live for me. Promise me. You won't give up like the way I did. He took intervals while he spoke the words. I stood there. My eyes were too blurry to see anything. You can do so much. Always believe in yourself. I can feel my heart being physically broken into a million pieces. Don't let the family talk down to you. I will wait for you on the other side. He faintly smiled as tears rolled down the temple of his face.